Seaside, Oregon. In 2 months, this whole town is going to turn into the end for a relay race that I signed up for. Not for a run right now, only a mile in, but it's raining very softly, but it's kind of cool to see the end of the race I'm going on. Also, the coast of Oregon is beautiful. Kind of a few things to really keep in mind. Today, I'm not really much of a runner. I don't really go to the gym that often. I don't live in a van anymore. I'm kind of starting from square one with a lot of this stuff. Now, some context to all of this. I do a lot of climbing. I'm a big skier. I do run here and there. And the hope in all of this is that I can slowly start to become a better version of myself today. Okay, but the idea though behind like this, like filming myself, is to show up for myself in a way that I know that I really enjoy doing. I love to tell stories. I love to document my life I spent. This is the third time I'm gonna try to do this. So I just quit my job. We're out here. This time I have like a goal. I have something in mind that I want to do and create, and this would be a really fun way to document that thing that I want to do. I also have been inspired a lot recently because I've been hearing a lot of stories of people finding success in their life, and they're on a podcast or they're on YouTube or something, and they seem to already have it put together, or they're talking about how they had it put together, and they often talk about trials that they had to go through, and I always want to know what those trials looked like, and how they actually got over them, and how they overcame that day-to-day thing. Because my biggest thing in life is that I have always been inconsistent, and I've never followed through with the things I wanted to do. And that's what this is. This is me showing up for myself and trying to create that life that I want to live. So now my life looks a lot like where I'm at the gym 3 to 4 times a week. I'm running 2 to 3 times a week. I'm signing up for big races that I've never done before. I've never done anything like that. I want to document all of that. I want to spend more time journaling and reading and doing all these things and finding time to just love myself in a better way. Every week I'm going to do 3 things. I have, like most of us, a short attention span, and that's why I want to create these kind of videos, because I strongly dislike short form content and just making something quick and 30 seconds long just to grab your attention. I like to talk about my feelings, and I like to actually figure out, articulate my thoughts fully and create something that is worth watching. But I'm learning to do that still, so bear with me. But I've been able to change my life a little bit by simplifying it to kind of satisfy my brain, to make it feel like I'm being more successful every week by boiling it down to 3 main things. And that's what these are. So coffee or phone with a friend. Every week I call someone or I go and get coffee with someone. I have to get outside, climb, hike, or ski, or run. That is also in there. And the last one is document my life and share my journey with others. Because I think that's really fun. Because I've been inspired by other people figuring it out and showing their life. But I also want to do that because I think that I've lived a somewhat interesting life. Being in a van or whatever that van, or living in different states, all over the place. And I have so much footage of my life, and it'd be really interesting. And I think it's really interesting to then cut that up and make something and tell that story. And there are moments in my life where I don't know how I'm going to make it to the next place or the next thing, but somehow I do. And that mentality is really cool. And I think that's something that can't necessarily be taught. You have to experience it. But the lessons learned from it, I think, can be taught. I don't know. I'm rambling at this point. I was supposed to go on a run into the gym, but I did not do that, which is totally fine. I'll probably go later tonight. But for now, I'm gonna spend some time on my computer. I'm just gonna bring my camera with me and see what happens. Life's worth living, and living it to the fullest, and I cannot wait to continue doing it. because I've made it this far and I can only go further from here. I'm very excited for it.